Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Krieger playing No Place Like Home. And bit by bit, we save the land, or at least that's the title of this episode. For those who don't know, I've been playing it before. We're up to like episode 6. I think I even played a little bit in the off time. This is going to be a very short stream, just something of an experiment, to see how it goes. And yeah. So we've been playing for a while. We're getting closer to like the end of the game. By the way, hello. And we're probably about halfway through it. And for anybody that doesn't know the game, very cute little base builder. So I'm gonna find myself prattling on about whatever comes to mind as I go through the game. By the way, some interesting things to note. I have been very impressed by the upgrades they've made to this game. I played it when it first came out, and it is very impressive how much better it is now than what it was. Even if that's like far too much, goddamn egg with truffle. That's highly unnatural amounts of egg with truffle, that's all I'm gonna say. But moving on somewhat. So No Place Like Home, very cute little game. As you can see, if you've gotten used to the previous one, they've really built up quite a bit on it. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'm doing this again. We'll go watch the previous stream if you want to get caught up on the mechanics. But I guess that's not really go watch the previous stream. Like, screw you, ass. I'm sorry, I don't recall asking someone to be an ass to me. Screw you, a-hole. But anyways, we're going to do some eggplant-based foods in the game. As one might be able to tell, I have played this game before, and I have a little bit of a feel for like the optimization that you kind of want. They have recently done an update, and the interface has gotten a lot better. I really struggle to emphasize that enough. It used to be a giant pain, and it really has improved. So kudos to the devs for that, Like, they really do seem to take a little bit of time out to, listen to the community and do stuff that'll actually really improve their game. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. But on to other bigger, better, etc. things. We're gonna be cooking a bunch of stuff because I don't know. I picked up far too much eggs. I need to do something, man. It's just too many eggs. I didn't think it'd be this many. Okay, that's the truth. I did not realize it'd be this many damn eggs, and it's too many. I don't know what to do with it. My inventory's full of frickin' eggs. I don't need like several hundred chicken eggs. Like, no matter what I once said, I was wrong. I overestimated the amount of eggs I'd be needing. Like, the only thing I can even think to do right now with the eggs would just be like, yeah, we'll make it straight into animal feed. Now, I'm not going to think about the morality of using exclusively egg-based animal feed to feed my chickens. I'm sure braver and smarter than men than me have tried and failed. And women too, most likely. And I'm just gonna not think about it, if I'm honest. I'm just gonna accept, like, yep, these chickens are fed a diet primarily of food. They're fed a food diet. What kind of food? Food. Why are you asking so many questions? You with the FBI? Huh? Don't you know what snitches get, huh? Stop asking so many questions, Hoss. I'll ask how many questions I want. Well, Okay. Enjoy those questions. You're threatening me? I don't know. Do you deserve to be threatened? I'm just quickly doing a run through of the previous areas that I've been through to make sure like I didn't leave any Qbots and stuff behind. And obviously the stream's like a little bit of an experiment. Like, is there a difference in my viewers, whatever else, if I pull up like restream versus, you know, no place like home versus the restream versus just straight up streaming on YouTube. So we're gonna go for like half an hour. I'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm gonna try not to do a big ass rant about economics this time. Although, I will confess, like it's really tempting because economics are. I'm one of those weirdos, right? I actually find economics pretty damn interesting. So like, basically, when people are like, "Oh no, economics is boring," I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. Like, I really enjoy it, and I find it extremely interesting. And I really like learning about like how the world works and how stuff gets put together, and you know, just how stuff around us goes together, you know. By the way, I can see that I am not capturing sound. And yes, I will confess, this is very frustrating because every damn time it seems like I'll fix the sound and then it gets screwed up. Okay, input is being captured. Audio output is not being captured. Okay, why don't I audio input capture properties? Okay. And then application audio output. Okay. Yo, apparently I'm just cursed to never be able to be allowed to like have audio right now, so you know what it probably is. I think it's because I'm busy using Bluetooth headphones that I imagine it's kind of screwed everything up. It's just such a pain. Like I've since learned that okay, maybe it's better not to just take random like sound. Like I could absolutely pull the audio from my normal like just day-to-day thing. Here's the thing though, I don't wanna. I want to do it my normal way. I want to do it the way I've always done it, the way Grandpa did it. And yeah, I don't want. By the way, a friend of mine's like got 2 house guests over, so I'm chuckling because she's like, oh, I'm playing Power 4 against them, 2 against 1, and I'm winning. I'm like, pfft. I love the enthusiasm, it makes me happy. Like, I guess that's part of it, eh? Like, if you're somebody that's somewhat cynical sometimes, you tend to learn to appreciate people who are enthusiastic and vice versa. Like, they learn to appreciate somebody that's got a little bit of cynicism that's just like, yo, like, sometimes things really are too good to be true. And that's not because I want to, you know, be mean to puppies. It's because, like, don't want to see anybody get hurt that care about. So you get this very interesting symbiotic relationship. Like, yeah, I'll be mean, but, you know, excitable in the world, and you gotta be excitable in the world and learn to be a little bit, learn to trust judgment, you know? By making a huge mess, yes, but that is also one of my favorite things to do, because you can like segment stuff. So you basically like make a huge mess and you just clean it up. It's kind of fun too. In its own way. By the way, thank you for joining me, whoever that is. And thank you for the like. So yeah. So I find this to be a fun game, like in terms of playing, the ability to like say stuff. And I guess part of like getting people in the community is speaking to people, and yeah. I don't know. Tonight was just like, I've been wanting to run this experiment for a while. Like, do I get more people if I do it just on the one or the other? But I guess there's a reminder of why you do things. You know, like my initial thing was, is the channel gonna get big? Probably not. Like, I'm plenty aware my personality has a habit of being a bit of an acquired taste. And because of what I find interesting, like I find it hard oftentimes to speak to people, you know, because if I want to socialize, oftentimes it feels, and I'm sure many people feel like this, like, but it oftentimes feels like I'm having to talk about stuff that I just don't care about. But maybe that's not a bad thing, you know. It allows you to be a little bit more neutral in your opinions. Like, if you actually care about something, it's a lot easier to be like, no, this is the important thing that Bob said, and sod you, and I'm gonna, you know, all that stuff. But you don't care. It's easy enough to be like, yeah, I hear you're very passionate about this, and good luck to you, sir. And you don't accidentally insult somebody or say something bad or whatever else. Or like frustrate people, because I've known some know-it-alls, and that's just it's weird, man. Yeah. I suppose I'm aware I can be a know-it-all, but just damn. Like, why are you talking? You know, are you trying to show off how much you know to get hit pats, or are you trying to just like share information? You saying something about it because you think the topic's cool? And like, I've heard the advice before, right? But I never like clicked on what it meant exactly. Boy, there you go. Like, I don't think I've really basically like clicked on like a deep level on what it meant. And now that I've been on the opposite side of it a little bit, I'm experiencing it as like, yeah, they're so, man, those people just make me want to reach for a pillow. You know? It's just like, damn. This is very frustrating talking to them. But at the same time, I guess people are allowed their passion, so it's a bit weird. Like, how do you determine, like, when does being passionate about something and or excited become being a know-it-all? I guess it's when you can't like correct them, like you can't tell the kind of person they're wrong, even if you do know more than them, or have like a different experience of life, and they'll just be like, well, that's not how it worked. Like, I don't know what to tell you, mate. I was there. Real life doesn't really care how you or I or anyone thinks it works, and they're just like, no, but it doesn't work like that. And you're like, I think you're in for a world of disappointment, my friend. Then it's kind of fascinating, but also kind of scary, because I know somebody that has what's called fictives, which is basically their personality is incredibly fragile, and they don't want to be who they are. So they find a character or something that excites them, or they get really into, they like spin off a copy of them in their head as like a new personality. And like, on the one hand, you'd be like, yeah, it's kind of, I mean, not cool, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then it's like, I'll speak to them, they'll be like, yeah, no, this fictive is like really murderous and wants to eat people. I'm just like, bro, that is... I don't know what to tell you. I'll be like, oh no, they're very smart. And you're like, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, you aren't even the character you think you are. You're just the interpretation of the person watching it at the time and what they wish they were, which is why you exist. Because their coping strategy for disappointment is to spin off newer and newer effectives. Although I guess the theory is like, well, eventually they'll spin off somebody that doesn't need to spin off other people. But like, it's weird. It's kind of like it's a big complaint people have had, right, with like superheroes. But superheroes oftentimes don't actually improve. They just find somebody that can already do the thing. But self-improvement as a concept tends to be rather foreign to them, especially in the modern age. Like, now it's very rare for superheroes to like properly upgrade themselves, go through training, get a new power. It's always like, well, Cyclops has got this ability. He's always had this ability, and he's trained and mastered it, and there's nothing more. It's like, okay, but what now? Oh no, you can't do it, and need to pick up a new person. Now you get Storm. And Storm's ability is like fully mastered. There's nothing more to it unless they're like maybe miraculously once or twice, but for the most part it's like, okay, so we need to find this new person with this new ability, and there's no like personal growth, whatever. It's just, oh no, I weren't strong enough, we need to find more super friends. Like, yeah, but sometimes they're, and like, I get the appeal, you know. It's always, you just want turnkey, what's called the turnkey solution, which is to say it's just kind of there and everything basically like works together, and you don't have to like think about it, you don't have to massage it, it just kind of is. That's what's called the turnkey solution. But yeah, reality doesn't seem to be like that at all. In fact, reality, if anything, doesn't like turnkey things. Reality is a nasty habit of being almost exactly the opposite. You'll try for something turnkey and you'll get disastrous results because you tend to like not foresee certain things that would crop up. Things that you would have otherwise seen, but because, you know, turnkey, you just missed. By the way, yeah, I'm going to be planting this whole darn place full, and then I'm just going to I also need farming. I'm gonna grab one of these just for funsies. We grab 2 more of these because that'll cover all the honey things we got, and that should be good. Yes, for the astute ones, we are going to be doing an awful lot of farming. But I find it's quite fun in this game. It's really like restful because there's no like really hard deadlines. I wouldn't call it challenging, but it is restful. If a little bit understimulating works, I guess, as a term. Like, it feels like there's a lot to manage, but then you learn you can kind of just go to sleep for like a week and a half at a time. And yeah, there's not a lot to worry about. Which, again, not necessarily bad. You just sleep, 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 sleep. I'm just hitting A on my controller in case it's not obvious, because that goes by a whole lot faster. Like, bam, look there. I do wish they had like some controller commands, but yeah, like I know the devs obviously don't want to be adding certain things, like otherwise they probably would have by now. Like it would have been easy probably to like add a whole bunch of like survival elements, you know. But yeah, I really don't think they want that. Like this really, and I know everybody's like, it's not that kind of game. Like, no, but it really doesn't seem to be that kind of game. Yeah. Okay, that's peppers. This can get blueberry, blueberry, and I guess hollyhock can just kind of be planted. I don't know what it's for. I don't even know if I'm ever going to be using it. But, there you go. Hollyhock, get you can have fun being everywhere. And the corn is going to be getting fed into the bird feeder. And that'll be it. And then, as I already have wheat, let me just drop in some wheat seeds, because this is going to give me extra. And bell peppers, because the peppers are used for a shootload of unlocks. And we just take the seeds and we go. Man, you know what I miss? There's a game called Farm to Go, which I basically played a lot with my wife when we got it first. And well, I wanted to play like a bigger farming sim, but we found that she had a lot of difficulty with the controls. So we basically kind of scaled down. It was a lot of fun. I miss it. I really do. I suppose it's like big, like, oh, I miss my wife, coming from hard to streamer. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if people have ever gotten to the point where it's always just like, just silly amounts of stress that you have to deal with. And in some ways I miss how naive I used to be. And there were things I thought and ways I thought that, I'm like, yeah, it's never going to be true. But at the time, that kind of, I guess for better or for worse, let me push myself to do like way more than I thought I could have, and far more than I otherwise would have. And I don't know, I guess it's for better and for worse, you know. Like, people always tell you, hey, while you're young, you could better make sure to like savor it and whatever. But I guess the irony is you never really appreciate that until it's gotten to the point where it's like behind you, and you're gonna like, yeah, there is a lot of stress now, and it's lots of stuff that can go wrong. And like, even then, it's not like it was stress free. Like, we were both gaining a lot of weight because we were like eating for stress eating. But somehow, maybe not somehow, I know how. Know exactly how, actually, but I very much miss it. You know? Like, I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. And yeah, again, looking into the void here. But like, yeah, you'll find you'll miss a partner. especially if you don't always get to be them with them and see them. And it can be a bit frustrating, and it feels very, I guess, unfair would be the word. But I guess that's life. But it does remind me, like, I absolutely need to remember to do stuff. Drag her outside. Even when she grumbles. But, I don't know. I'm also where I get like this games, by the way. As amusing as I'm sure it sounds like. I get not necessarily say teary-eyed or anything, but I get a bit, I don't know, sad when games end. I don't like when stuff there comes to like a big end. I like it to carry on, you know, and then you just naturally get bored and you're like, okay, I'm done with it. But I suppose there's always something to be said, you know, for a game that's really, really good. And kind of, you know, basically leaves you with a feeling of like, yeah, I wish I like you're left with that whole like, I wish I hadn't, you know, taken the time, or I wish there's more memories maybe. Like it might have been nice to do at streaming channels a couple, whatever. That's one thing I definitely wish I'd done. I wish I'd gone about and like, no place like Foam first came out, you know. That was when I should have like started streaming it, because damn, like, just need to get that first little bit, and then you'll get a lot of engagement and stuff, and it becomes a decent bit easier. Where in the heck am I trying to go? I guess it's one of those things, isn't it? It's the pain of having had and having things end and move on, and you learn to appreciate it for what it was, and for the fact that it is finished. And it doesn't mean it'll never happen again, but for now, time is up. It's time to go. You know? Bah! Enough of this depressing talk. We are playing a game, dear sir. Sir, I say we are playing a game, god damn it. I will not have you depress me while I try to get a pig. And frankly, my eyes are hurting, so I'm like, I'm gonna basically get a bed after this and just pass out. Like, I know this pain is, you're tired and you're using your eyes way too much, buddy. You need to go to sleep. Okay, summer. That sun's gonna come out nice and early. So I go for the pig, go do one more thing, and then shitty finny. we go. We got the pig. Woohoo! I guess it's also weird, like, I don't know, maybe I need to do something else, like, a little bit different, or, like, for me, part of the point of gaming that I'm trying to share is that I enjoy it as a time to unwind, and also kind of just not overthink things, you know. I suppose maybe that's why people always talk about, like non-world issues, you know? Like, everybody wants a break every now and again from the shit that are really happening. Everybody wants to take a break from, like, all the terrible stuff that we know is happening, because you just want to, like, you sit there and you're just like, can we not for, like, 10 minutes? Like, how much fun would it be if it was this easy to clean up a dump? You just get like a backpack that'll store it all for you, compress it. You know, 10 minutes later you got everything you could ever want. That'd be nice. That'd be convenient. We'd probably still delete the whole damn world. Knowing humans, would be like, it's just too much effort. I know that was the thing with like leaded petrol, like leaded gasoline or leaded diesel. This lead scientist was even like, look, I know it's gonna be terrible and kill lots of people, but the money. He literally was like, but think of the money we could make. There's too much money not to do it. And you're like, bro, that's the worst reasoning I've ever heard. Like, why would you think that's a good thing? And they're just like, but the money. And you're like, dude, you literally just spent time in rehab because you got sick. Because of the stupid thing that you're trying to invent. For the monies. It's like you spent months in hospital. Nope, perfectly safe. Guy sits there, inhales CFCs in the lab. Everyone's like, oh, it's so safe. Like, yeah. So the same guy who said Freon was safe because, don't know what to tell you, but that guy is, how do I put this delicately? Not promoting Freon anymore. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Like, yeah. How the heck am I going to be getting down? Okay. Well, like, I guess that's a bit of a jump, you know. But I suppose it does make sense for a giant cast mine to be like the center of it. I would just like to see like this but voxel based, and you literally just fill the whole thing. And just sit there with a drill, like drilling out trash. You know, Empyrean or 7 Days to Die style. Just you like uncover the things. But again, I get why they didn't go quite so hard on it. Like, this works better. It's a lot more like relaxed and fun. You know? I'll get to you now, buddy. Hello. Sure, why not? What can I say? Mine is to blame. Man. The problem is, like everything else, I think it's a lot more complicated than you could put in a game. Because mine to blame, sure. But like, it's not just mining. It's never just one thing, and basically everybody that ever tells you it is just one thing. It's like, it's just this one thing. Yeah, they're almost guaranteed to be lying to you and trying to sell you something. Because it's not. The reality, much like the result, is dirty and messy and complicated. Because people are like, yeah, but we choose not to clean the ocean. Like, okay, true, we do. But I don't know what to tell you. Like, human beings can vote. We, as a group, clearly don't care. Oh, we care enough to protest in the streets, but we don't care enough to, like, you know, actually do something. Like, you know, do the thing, the one thing that is required in order to make the change. That thing, yeah, that we're not willing to do. That's bridge too far. Bridge too far, sir. Like, yeah, I'm also one of those people that's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna clean up. But I guess the logic goes like, I don't make a giant mess myself. I take care of my own trash as best as possible. Then again, it's like, where does this trash crisis come from? It's a long story. Like, people used to burn their trash, but now they can't. Should people burn their own trash? Who knows? But, anyways, I'm gonna vacuum up the last of this. And then I'm gonna drop, for I am very tired. So good night to everyone who joined me. Thank you. And have a good night. Keep going.